You know, sometimes Mercury aligns with Mars, and we have a beautiful thing in the sky. Now, I made those two planets up. It might be two others, but you get the drift. Today, we are actually celebrating National Family Caregivers Month. And it's so great that so many of you are here because you're going to hear some good things. National Family Caregivers Month is celebrated every November to commend family caregivers and IHSS caregivers for contributing their time, patience, care, and support to families and community members in need. In Riverside County, approximately 34,000 IHSS caregivers deliver essential services to over 42,000 seniors and people living with disabilities to keep them safe in their own homes and living with independence and dignity. I really want to thank all the family caregivers and IHSS caregivers for their invaluable contributions and care. They are really, really vital in keeping our community not only intact, but in taking care of the most vulnerable members of our community. Now, it turns out, if those numbers are right that this gentleman cited, I have the largest amount of people in need in the 5th District. And I've had both of my parents, they've gotten older, and before one of them passed away, I spent a lot of time in a congregate care home. What a lot of these people up here and out there do are those same services, but in their own home. And what I like about it, when you look at the cost of keeping someone in a skilled nursing facility or other type of facility, it is so much more than what happens when we can find a loving relative, and I'm going to say with so many that take care of people that are not even really related to them, they actually become part of that family. So in a sense, we're talking about family members all around. And so with that, I'll make sure I give you the right one here, because we're not trying to raise money right now. We're trying to get raises. No. So anyway, I would like to present this to you, and it pretty much, there's a lot of stuff here, but so many of the speakers today in public comment have said it so much more eloquently than even I think it says here. And it's a real honor to see what you guys do. Again, I think you're about the largest workforce in the county. And as people get older and live longer, this portion is going to become more and more important as we go forward into the future. And again, we really appreciate everything you all do. Here you go.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate this today. Thank you, home care workers. Thank you to all of you. All right?
Thank you. And I'd like Sayori to say a few words too.
I'm going to turn the microphone over to Todd Blanco, who's our Assistant Director. I first want to acknowledge all of the caregivers that are here today, along with the 32,000 individuals that work hard. I also want to acknowledge UDW and our partnership, and with that said, I'll turn this over to you, Todd.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. I also want to recognize all the care providers in the room. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for UDW representing. You know, we have 42,000 IHSS recipients here in Riverside County, about 35,000 IHSS care providers providing that care, over 5 million hours worth of care each and every month. Such important work that needs to get done and is getting done to keep our seniors and dependent adults safely in their homes with dignity. So again, I want to thank you for showing up and representing and providing care to our recipients. I also want to introduce Lynn Ramirez, our interim executive director over the Public Authority, and I also want to introduce Felice Connolly, the chair of the IHSS Advisory Committee, who would like to say a few words.
Good morning to the Board of Supervisors and to everyone who are here today. Okay. I am humbled and honored to receive the proclamation for National Family Caregivers Month on behalf of all the Riverside County care providers and the recipients they care for. We are grateful that our Board of Supervisors support and recognize the great impact of the in-house supportive services program in the lives of our senior citizens and individuals with intellectual and developmental disability like my daughter. The program allows this population to stay safely in their homes with the help of their dedicated care providers. As a member of the advisory committee, I am proud to say that I am able to make a difference in the lives of both recipients and care providers. By sharing my experience in the program, I provide meaningful input to address issues and concerns of recipients and care providers in our meeting. All the members of the advisory committee have special talents to contribute to our decision-making process to arrive at suggestions on how to improve the program. And I do feel that our advisory committee is one of the best, if not the best in the state. I also want to acknowledge the great open relationship that the advisory committee has with the public authority personnel. I want to give a shout out to the public authority for coming up with and developing innovative improvements in the system's programming. This makes the application process for both recipients and care providers easier to navigate to the in-house supportive services home, helping others manage efficiently. And the recently added new interface, in-house supportive services ticketing portal, and call center redesign when using in-house supportive services home when they want to get in touch with the public authority. We are indeed lucky in Riverside County. We are way ahead of other counties in keeping abreast with dynamic changes. Again, I want to express our deep appreciation and gratitude to our Board of Supervisors for their support of this very important program. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words. Would my colleagues like to make a few comments on this?
Just once again, welcome to the County of Riverside. Those of you that drove all the way from San Diego, I understand some of you drove from San Diego and other parts of the state of California, and thank you for being here with us. Your work is essential. You allow the economy to keep going, moving forward, and I really appreciate your work, and I think the Board of Supervisors will be with you at the end of the day.
My comments would echo Supervisor Perez's comments. We appreciate your work. I also appreciate the good work that's being done on behalf of our department and the program. And I thank you, Sayori Baldwin, for your leadership. Thank you.
I don't think there's much more to say. Leadership on all levels here, and I think it takes the team to work together and the leadership that's in place both within the county and within UDW. So thank you all. Thank you to all family caregivers. This is what it's about. Family. I think that's the most important element that we're looking at, and as it's been expressed today, how important family is to all of you.
All I can say is ditto.
Okay, yeah, here we go. We're gonna get a picture, a real fancy one down there. Oh yeah, we're getting this down to a science. So yeah, if we'd all stand up, come around here, and they're gonna put us in the right. Yeah. No, that proclamation's another one, I think. Yeah, then I won't have it, but that's good. It's for, yeah, that's, so was the 9,000, was that my district before or after redistricting? Because I got a feeling probably the same because I lost Sun City, but I got San Hammond.
That's the most recent number as of
Okay,
yesterday. As of yesterday. I didn't realize you had that many until I did the numbers.
No, but I saw, so I have, so yeah, so we've got, like Sun City was always a big portion, but Hammond.
Oh, yeah, Hemet is.
So
We're thinking about opening up an office. That's some of the members who have that.
hey, listen. Right? You know.